Okay, so testing. Wow, that mic must be really sensitive. Okay, let me see if I could turn down the volume just a snitch. So testing. Okay, it's barely reaching the red. Um, Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds because obviously there's some sort of delay every time I stream. I always have to have like one. I always have to have like one headphone off so that I can actually hear myself. Okay, perfect. I can be heard nice and clear. All right, sweet. How far are we into this? Oh, well, looks like we're about 5 minutes in already. All right, so good evening, everybody. This is the first time I'm actually doing this after a long period of time called the Golden's Gadgets. So I had this up about a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago. What it basically was me putting together things involving, any kind of electronics involved. And at that time, it didn't really take off too well. There were things I was screwing up on, and it was only just like one episode. I've been meaning to get back to doing more of it, but I got sidetracked, and there was other stuff going on. And long story short, it was just on the back burner. But I decided after a long period of time to get back to it, and upon doing so, I got myself a workshop right here. And this particular workshop here is something that both Key and I can work with depending on whoever wants to work on anything, whether it's Key working on, art pieces or puzzle pieces and such, or me working on, well, any kind of devices related to Golden's Gadgets or my own art stream that I hope to do at one point. So that's basically the short gist of it. I don't want to go into too much detail in what Golden Gadgets is. I think you guys kind of get the drift here. So, with that being said, what is on the chopping block today, and what am I going to be doing? So, upon explaining so, I have both my original webcam here, and I also have my phone that has an application that, upon plugging through a USB through a computer tower, I'm able to actually showcase another webcam in slightly better quality, actually. So that way I can focus on you guys, and you guys can see what I'm working on. It's a cool, it's a cool fair trade here. That's kind of what I'm making the assumption of. But getting straight to the chase here, what's on the chopping block here? What am I going to work on? Well, this Nintendo 64 here that I got about a month or so ago. At the time when I was trying to get back into doing some retro collecting, which I do every once in a while. For a while, I wanted to get myself an N64. I had a Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis for a while, and NES, but I never really had this after a long period of time. So I managed to find this one that was in a cool red color on eBay, and little did I realize is upon, testing it out and everything, let's say this game, for example, which I'll get to in a bit. Oh, I want to play a game. Oh, it doesn't go in all the way. As it turns out, if I could kind of open up a little bit, you probably won't be able to get a clear view, but I'll try. There's a couple little plastic brackets here inside this cartridge tray, and I looked online to find out what the issue was, and it turns out this is region locked, and because it was made in Japan, as I kind of show here a little, oh, I got to move down a little. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so if you look closely, that's Japanese. This means this is region locked. Now, compared to, I believe, most Nintendo consoles, most of the time, the only thing that holds them back are just a bunch of, cartridge slot designs and such. So I looked up and found some information that there's a way around this. I followed certain directions at one point because I did dismantle this apart. And it's a simple thing to do. They would take it apart, and they would take the cartridge tray, and the original instructions were to basically use some kind of saw device and just like cut those pieces off. However, I've seen some end results that were not very. It looked way too broken, and based on how valuable this console is, I didn't want to take that kind of risk. Luckily, I found another option. This right here is a 3D printed cartridge tray that is completely universal for whatever cartridge it goes into. And just for the record, I did take it apart before, and I did test it with, the jumper cable that was plugged in, despite, the console itself being taken apart. The console does work. It's just the physicality behind it. I've seen ones with, like, the Super NES where they have their own brackets that lock it from any other regions of other cartridges, whether it be like a Japanese port or a European port. And the only thing to do is to take like a thing of pliers and just take it off. I'm not going to do that here. I don't want to risk damaging this thing. So with that being in mind, I'm also going to be doing, not only am I going to be installing that, but I'm also going to be cleaning a little bit of what's inside this slot here. You won't be able to see it clearly. You would have to really, really look closely with a magnifying glass or some shit. But I am going to be cleaning that with a little bit of a cotton swab and some isopropyl alcohol. And very coincidentally, there's a good candidate that I hope to use, and that is this UN Squadron cartridge. As you can tell here, there's a couple of markers here. There's some here with a little bit of tape. I'm going to be cleaning that off. I don't know or guarantee if whether or not this will all come off completely, but I do hope so. But we'll just have to play things by ear on that one. But I do know what to do with this one. And upon putting it all back together, I'm putting in the expansion pack. Honestly, nowadays, if you ever want to collect an N64, go with an expansion pack. I mean, just why not? It's really just personal preference here. So periodically, I've got this this tea here. So, oh man, that's good. It's been said that tea is better for you than coffee. I hope to get into the habit of drinking tea more often than coffee, but I don't want to. I don't want to, miss coffee. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So, first thing we need to do, I put this on this towel here so that way there won't be any scratches or damages between the console and what is hitting the desk here. While I'm at it, I should go ahead and let's see. I should pop out the chat so that way I can actually read it to you guys, because I have to check and make sure that I can read that while I'm making sure that everything is functioning properly. So it's orange like you. It's actually red. It may have been just the coloring off of that one. Hi Panda Paws, how are you doing? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take apart. It's a little squeaky right here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pull this out and just use it to store a few things. If I could just take this other part off. There we go. There. Now, I can just come on and take this off carefully. I forgot what kind of screws they are. But if you get like a close view on what it is, I could just angle it correctly. I want the other way. All right, it's going to be a little too blurry, but it's not the usual type of screws, so I prefer juice. Make sure you do it carefully. If I could. Hey Panda, why don't you go ahead and join the call?
I could use some company.
Hi Dusk.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. Alright.
Figured you could use some company as well.
Yep. Okay, so
Which stream are you on?
The YouTube one.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so apparently Discord doesn't want to load up, so yeah, I might as well just turn that off. I would get a shit ton of lag anyways. Oh, right, I gotta pull out the actual the chat. Yeah. Ah, damn it. These magnet things don't work sometimes. Alright.
That entails that they might work sometimes others.
If the screw has a cross, it's a Phillips head. Magical Dude, it's neither of those two. It's like a hexagon shape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't have a I don't have a clear explanation on that. Oh, right, there's one more here. All right.
I think it's just called a hex.
A hex screw?
Yeah. I mean, short for hexagonal, so it makes sense.
Is it not unscrewed all the way? Come on.
I'm glad you're finally getting back into this.
I'm sorry?
I'm glad you're finally getting back into this, into the
Right.
the Nintendos. You said you wanted to.
I mean, yeah, but also doing like what was it called? Streaming, where I'm like putting together a couple of devices and such, or just doing something other than just gaming streams. Let me see if I can try to. There we go. All right. So those are all the screws that are for the bottom part of this console here. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on the side carefully. All right. Hopefully I'm not missing. Oh, there's one more. Good thing I noticed that. Because the last thing I need is.
One more.
Yeah, I know. Last thing I need is to accidentally break something open. Nope. Let's see. I know.
Also, I'm not going to be here for long, but I just wanted to keep you company while I could.
Okay. I was hoping that other people could join in. I guess they're more into games and shit.
It's a little bit of awkward timing as well.
Oh, something else going on?
I don't know. It's just after Saturday. It's Saturday night. Other people are doing things.
Okay. All right. I think it just comes from the top, doesn't it? Oh, wait, that's right. I almost forgot. I got to take apart the jumper pack. If I can figure out some way to get this off. All right. Let me see if I can get a flathead of some kind. I could try this. All right. Nice and easy. All right. Okay, I don't want to damage anything. All right, this is just sliding too much. Shit.
Will not recommend percussive maintenance.
Percussive maintenance? What do you mean?
A hammer.
Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely not. No, God, no. These are a little bit of an angle. Let me see if I can... What?
I just saw what you did on the YouTube.
Yeah, no, I was... Yeah.
There's a slight delay, but yeah.
Yeah, there's always a delay whenever it comes to streaming. It's also yeah, I mean, most of the time they're just. Hang on, let me try this. Let me see if I can get a grip here. There's some kind of a device that comes with whenever you get an expansion pack. It didn't come with this one, unfortunately. But like you kind of hook it in such a way, and it helps eject the jumper pack, because that's the other thing that I have to get out.
I see.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to.
Looks like you need what is it? Leverage, but like the proper kind. Do you need leverage or a grip?
A grip.
You only have needle nose pliers?
There's this, and I also have these wire cutters and these little trimmers here. Oh, I got a spudger. Let me show you. Yeah. Yeah, these things are softer. They're not going to... Hopefully they won't cause any damage to this thing.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Let's try this end.
Nelson Demifer in the chat.
Oh my lord, you have a clear orange N64. A lot of people, it's red.
Is it red? I also thought it was orange. It might be the lighting.
It's the lighting. Oh wait, there we go. Yeah. Okay, so there's.
Oh, you got it out?
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a couple little dent marks in there, but I kind of had to in order to get this thing out. All right.
But you got it out.
Yep.
Well done.
So let's see if this comes off now. Yep. All right. Now this, I'm going to carefully put it aside because we're focusing on just the top of the housing here. If I can carefully move this upside down. All right, so.
Hey, very nice.
Yep. Phillips screwdriver. I'm going to go ahead and just unscrew these. Oh. Are these small or something? I could have sworn they were like the right size. Oh, there we go. Okay, they were probably like screwed on really, really tight the last time I had this. Alright, and...
Alan just got home. He might join soon.
I'm pretty sure Peter would like, I mean, he's into techie stuff. He's always recommended me to use put together a Raspberry Pi.
Ian.
Hey, Peter!
Hello.
Hi.
I'm just talking about you.
I didn't know there was
It just started.
Yeah, I started like 20 minutes ago, maybe more than that.
And I only got here like 3 minutes ago.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you'd be away the entire time. I didn't know you'd. Yeah.
Shit. All right.
Yeah. No, I have a little bit of time because the thing that I'm going to tonight is called for 8 o'clock, but because of the people who are running it, I called one of my friends. And she's like, "Yeah, 9 o'clock. They're not going to be there before that." I'm like, "Well, they're not going to be there."
Okay.
Yeah. No. I'm so glad I got to. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
This is one
I'm.
stubborn screw.
I'll say I'm better than before. A lot of the emotional turmoil has passed. I just
All right.
need to make sure that, without going into detail, I need to make sure that someone else is all right.
And come on. There we go. Perfect. All right. So I now have this original tray off. Okay, so you guys might be able to get a much clearer view now that it's taken off. Yeah, these brackets right here. Oh, I'm a little off here. But these little brackets here, these sons of bitches are what's holding this from going in all the way. It was designed for Japan cartridges, whereas these ends, the in North American would have brackets that are on the corner end, so that way it would fit in properly. But not anymore. So this one, this 3D printed one, I'm going to go ahead and install that into the.
So Golden,
yes.
Where are you showing this, or?
It's on the stream.
The link. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, I was gonna try to show a webcam, but Discord didn't want to load.
Can you post the link? Yeah, I was gonna say, can you post the link?
To you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry.
That's all right. I got you.
All right. Seems to have a pretty good fit so far, and time to screw this in.
Oh yeah, I recognize that living room. So is this an N64?
Yes, and I'm replacing it with a universal cartridge tray. Because when I got this one, it was region locked. Yeah. So I was able to order a 3D printed tray that could fit all of them in. And I decided, you know, in the attempt to bring back Golden's Gadgets, I thought this would be the perfect candidate to start things off. All right, so
sorry,
these...
hold on.
Did I cut out? Hello? Okay, Discord must be being a shit right now. All right, so...
No, that wasn't Discord. That was me.
Oh. Okay. Alright, if I try to tighten this thing up any further, I'm going to risk, like, screwing over the screw and making it... There's a name for it. It's when all the ridges are so bent out of shape that you can't really get a grip on the screw anymore. Did something just fall out? No? Okay. Nothing, just thinking out loud. Alright, so hopefully this will fit in properly. Yep. Just like that. Alright. So while that's taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and do one other thing. If I could carefully move this over here. I got to clean this little top ridge here. And this would also be the time to clean up Rogue Squadron with all those markings on there. God, there's so much crap in there. Okay. I'm gonna move the coaster over here. Make some extra room. All right.
I recognize that game.
Yep. Oh.
You know, what game is this? Ah, I recognize that game too.
Yeah, Rogue Squadron.
My brother was obsessed with that one.
No,
So
I
was mine.
remember reading. I remember reading Sorry, I remember reading about Rogue Squadron and that it was a famous game. I never got the chance to
I
play.
never understood why it was like T for teen. Like, there's no violence in it. There's no swearing. It just
There's dying involved.
Well, yeah, it's like you're in a thing that's shooting things, and it's technically a war.
I mean, technically Mario Kart should be T then, because you're shooting turtles.
Fair game.
Right.
Fair game. Yeah, that is a very fair point. All right, so I guess that just won't come off. No biggie. Alcohol dries very quickly. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get
Affects you
started.
very quickly too.
All right, so.
Sorry, what?
It affects you very quickly too. Well,
Yes, it
depending on
has.
who
Oh,
it
that's a
is.
dry one. Here we go. Let's wetting this up. Oh, wow, look at that. It's already fading away. Yep. Marker, be gone. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Squeaky noises intensify.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so.
So just curious, though, you mentioned you guys were talking to me when I entered.
Yeah.
Like, so what I miss and then
Okay,
when
so
did that
basically
happen?
what was said was we were wondering if other people were going to join, and I said, well, Aeon probably just came home from work in 8, so he should be on soon. And he said, oh yeah, he would really be into this, and then you popped into chat, and we summoned you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, thanks. Because I feel like I'm just out of the loop on everyone because like yesterday, like I didn't even. I mentioned this to Dusk, but like the movie that we played yesterday, I didn't know it existed at all until 2 seconds before we watched it.
Oh, were you talking about Turning Red?
That's what it's. No, I couldn't even remember the movie's name until like right now. Like the entire day, I'm like, it's something red.
So I have been seeing a bunch of commercials for it, to be fair, but I am also very into Disney, and YouTube knows this because, yeah, Google.
Yeah,
Have you seen it yet?
I just didn't know that
Go ahead.
I just didn't know that the movie like existed because I didn't even see any advertisement for it. I didn't.
Advertisement has been low for it, not gonna lie.
Yeah, because usually if there's like a big Disney flick, I'm expecting like an explosion of marketing. Usually, Disney level marketing. We literally have a term for it. There's also that I don't remember any of our friends actually talking about it outside of like I only remembered in hindsight, but it was only in hindsight in the sense of like I realize now that when they mentioned we saw this really cute movie the other day and that's all I remembered. I'm like, oh wait, it was probably that movie. It's just it never like mentally stuck. So before Wolf streamed it, I had no idea of anything about it, or that any one of us even wanted to see it.
I was curious about it. Like it's from Pixar, so
yeah, the Pixar marketing is not as strong as Disney's, and Disney just released Encanto, so
yeah.
So Disney is obviously going to want their flick to get more advertising budget than the Pixar version.
Makes sense. It's fucked up, but you can't do much about it. Little tiny ones. Oh. There we go. And I'm trying to get this fucking tape off.
Yeah.
But yeah, last
Try nail polish remover.
Yeah.
I don't think I have nail polish. But I'm just getting the tape off. If I'm applying like isopropyl alcohol, it comes off like nothing.
Oh yeah. I was actually using isopropyl the other day for I'll say for edible reasons. I was having I had to make my selling point for edible reasons, edible mushrooms, and I had to work with 70% of that. And we used to use that in clean rooms when I worked in medical labs because 70% lingers on surfaces a lot longer. So in many ways, it'll make a room a lot cleaner than like 90 or 100% because that stuff will evaporate and whatever's in the air will just go back on what you sanitized anyway. So 70% lingers longer, so it'll kill things more.
But nonetheless, yeah, I saw Turning Red the other night. I absolutely loved it.
I look forward to seeing it.
I was actually surprised. I was like one of the only people in that call who hadn't already seen it before. Because it turned out like more than half that call had already... That was another thing that threw me off. More than half the call had already seen it, or at least half of it. So I thought there was already like a stream of it that happened earlier or something. But I was like one of the few people who genuinely didn't see half of it, didn't see it before. I was like one of only like 3, I think.
Are you talking about people who like saw chunks of the movie and didn't saw the movie in its entirety?
Yeah, like it felt like more than half the call had already either seen the movie or was watching it twice.
I saw it completely from scratch.
Yeah, no, like when I saw it was new for me, but I'm just saying that like just as a thing of curiosity, like most of the people in there like hadn't even were watching it like on the second time.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody who hasn't seen Turning Red yet, I heavily recommend it. Like, it definitely has that whole adolescence sort of thing, but holy shit, like, the last bit of the movie, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's... I just made a noise. I wasn't trying to cut you off.
Oh, okay. No, like, even, like, right at the tail end of the movie, I was ready to bawl my eyes out.
Don't spoil.
Oh, no, I won't spoil.
But to move the conversation to some for well into the channel, were you ever gonna? Because I remember you guys mentioned Raspberry Pi stuff. I mentioned that's something I want to do. Go
ahead.
I might want to see if you can make. I want to make a rig out of it because I have an SSD to do that, and you can get the best cooling thing for it. It's called an ice tower. You can get it RGB'd and everything.
Mm-hmm.
If you have that, you can overclock the Raspberry Pi, and you essentially have it's either a quad core or a 6-core computer. And then you can have it boot off of an SSD, so it's lightning quick. It's not reliant on the micro SD card. It's not... It essentially just boots up like a micro desktop.
Okay.
And only now it has the cooling power in the hard drive space to actually, like,
excuse me.
Be more useful there. But what's cool is that you effectively have about as powerful as your cell phone PC that is powered by effectively a cell phone charger.
I will be right back. Just give me a moment.
Okay. Cool. Now look at that. Wiping off. Squeaky clean. Hang on. Just gotta scrape off the remains of that tape. Because there's always those people who like to write things on their shit.
Yeah. Did you buy that used or is that yours?
I bought it used. Yeah. It's like magic, says Magical Star. Okay. Look at that. Clean. Completely wiped off. I don't know if I'm going to take these stickers off or not. I don't know if that makes any difference. I mean, it's a sticker on top of a sticker. I mean, it's just the cartridge that works. That's what matters more.
So you want to keep it all original hardware. You're not going to put a what is it? SD card with all the games just preloaded into the console, because I know some people have done that with GameCubes. They have a GameCube that just has every game clipped onto it, and they just stick that in the storage unit of the console.
I mean, it's all a matter of preference. Personally, I like the idea of playing to the original hardware, but that's mostly just revisiting old time's sake. And there's nothing wrong with, working with other things, like working with a Raspberry Pi and everything. Yeah, I'm going to keep this around.
Actually, yeah, dude, you can get a RetroPie because I think you can run the RetroPie off the mini Raspberry Pi, which is like $9, or like the Pi Zero.
Let me see if I can get a little dirt off of that with, yeah. Let's go ahead and open this again. All right. Ew, what the fuck is this over here? Ugh. Looks like spider webs or something. Ew.
Oh.
That's nasty.
No, speaking of which, me and Bliss were worried because when the Great Freeze came out, we suddenly had quite a few spiders because that's where they run to. They run inside. So we had we were initially worried they were like brown recluses.
Oh, God! Those things are terrifying.
Hello, Europeans. Welcome to America. We have spiders that deal necrotic damage. If you wish for harder difficulty, we can go to Australia.
Or Egypt. They have the camel spiders.
Oh, camel spiders are nothing.
Oh, they're nothing?
Yeah, no, Brazilian wandering spider. That's the number one I don't want to fuck with.
How big is it?
It's not its size. It's the fact that it's the world's deadliest spider. But they're roughly tarantula sized, and they do this freaky thing where they, like, stand on their hind legs. And,
I'm back.
Welcome back. Also, Logic was wondering if it was cool if he could join.
Sure.
He'll have to join another call because the limit is full.
Yeah, okay. Let me see if... Logic. Oh, the call, I mean. Bleh. Sorry. Alright, hopefully. There we go. Okay.
You got him in. Hello, Logic.
Hey, Logic.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing good?
Good.
Hey, it's fine.
Good, the neighborhood.
No, I need to. Another tech project I have to do is I have to get a hard drive replacement for that. I have a 90s PC, and I have all the reinstallation disc for Windows 98 Second Edition, along with all the product keys that came with all the software that came with it.
God, you're like LGR, Lazy Game Reviews.
No, yeah, like this laptop was borderline new as a 90s laptop can be. Like it's obviously been used, but something that freaked me out was I opened up the box to check it. And I was like testing some of the button press. And when I hit the power button, I found out the laptop had a battery in it that still worked.
Huh.
Was it a replaceable battery or no?
It must have been replaced at some point because there's no way a battery from a 90s gateway laptop managed to live, God, what would it be now, 23 years?
All right, so I'm going to be able to
it came out,
a second. I'm going to go get some other cloths and see if I can wipe off those alcohol marks.
Right.
So how has everyone been?
Alright. I've been sore, honestly.
I've been better, but I'm getting better.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Trying to unwad this thing. All right, there we go. So this is a damp paper towel. Don't worry, it's not soaking wet. There's not going to be any corrosion or any of that shit. Well, not corrosion, but any, like, water damage. You know, crazy enough, I've seen some videos where, like, a kid who lives in, like, what looks like a farm outside, like, in some, like, I guess, an Asian sort of country. and he was able to find a beat-up Game Boy Advance. It was drenched in mud. Like, this whole thing looked like it was just done. So what did he do? He took it apart. He was scrubbing and everything. He was even taking the tiny PCB of the Game Boy and scrubbing it inside a tub. I'm like, don't do that. You're going to ruin it. It worked out just fine in the end.
Nice. You do have to be very careful with water and electronics, but some of them are hardier than others.
Yeah, like the main thing is you just have to not short it out.
Yeah.
Which scientifically, and I'm actually really impressed by this. The amount of electricity needed to short out a board is, like the bare minimum, is actually not detectable on your skin. For instance, in order for you to feel like the little static shock, that's like 2,000 volts.
Oh, wow.
It just has really, really low amps.
Okay.
Because amps are what kill you.
Okay. There we go. All right, I think that's clean enough. Time to button this thing back up.
It looks very cool.
Yep.
I don't often get to see the insides of consoles and stuff, so when I do, it's like, it's pretty neat.
Oh, there we go.
Like, I think, to my
Why is it
memory,
stuff
I've only
like
ever
that?
seen the inside of an Xbox 360 in my PC.
Where's the other return tray? I have found out the problem. Let me see if I can try to screw this in a little tighter. Where's the other screwdriver?
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I am feeling a lot better now than I did this morning.
What?
That's good.
Oh, Dusk, I think I might have COVID.
Oh dear.
I read that as well.
I
it's
totally
like-
missed that. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's like I
Yes.
woke up feeling like anything that could be currently wrong with my body just decided to be wrong all at once. I did a test. The test came up negative, but they think it might be because I'm really early into it and it doesn't show up for a bit for some reason. Plus, we're using those really old, really jank tests because,
The one at like the at-home tests.
yeah,
Yeah, I am
Oh.
going to say that I find that many of them are not accurate, just because everyone in my home was sick, including me. My mom and my dad both got positive on the home test, and I got negative. But there's no way it was something else. So
Yeah, I've heard of people where they demonstrate like do the test is unreliable, and then he bought 4. He took all 4 of them, and 2 came back positive and 2 came back negative.
oh,
like it is really a 50-50. So yeah, if you think you have COVID, then you probably have it. In which case, I
Yeah.
am sorry, because that sucks.
Actually, flip a coin. Apparently, it's about as accurate as the test.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
ones in
yeah.
the hospitals are probably a little bit better, but yeah, the at-home tests are
Home tests are garbage, basically.
not garbage. They
Yeah.
are 50%.
They have uses. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Many of them are usually just sort of the BS legal kind of like, oh, you technically need this test now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, after painkillers, plenty of water, and trying to force myself to sleep for the better part of the day, I actually feel kind of better.
Excellent. Soup.
And I'm hoping it's going to be like one of the other people we had in the house where like they suffered symptoms for a day.
Mhm.
And then it kind of was just like, oh, okay. I get to feel kind of somewhat normal again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soup. I found Super
I
8.
guess this will adapt.
Hmm.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. Alright. Let's move you.
Also, Magical Dude in chat says he hopes you feel better. Same logic.
Thanks, man.
Okay. Let's put these pliers back in here. Alright. And move you over here. Bring you over here. 2. Alright. I could just get this out of the way. Alright.
Let's see.
Thanks.
Let's see.
Yep, those 2. Push you here, 1 in here. Alright. Did I accidentally put it away? Damn it. I'm still using that. No, not that one. This one. Ah.
I remember the old Nintendo 64 I had back when I was like 6.
I think a lot of
I think
us
it
do. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think it was my first console, actually.
Based on what year you were born? Yeah.
It was weird. My journey through video games probably isn't as, like, out there as many others. Because, like, compared to everybody in here, I probably had the least amount of consoles.
I don't know about
Squeak. We could. Did you have absolutely nothing, not even a PC?
No.
Hello, everyone. We're doing the poverty contest.
that.
I only had a PC because my dad worked software engineering. I didn't actually do a lot of stuff for gaming though until later.
I had a computer, and there were arcades around me, ish. And when my brother turned 13 for his bar mitzvah, he got an N64. So
Nice.
that was our introduction into real gaming. And kid block down the street had SNES, but I wasn't allowed to play because I was a girl.
Oh, fuck those people.
Nah.
No, don't fuck them. They'll have kids. Ew.
Yeah,
Ew.
shit, you're right.
You know what? Fair. Castrate them.
No, just cuck them. It's more embarrassing.
What do you mean, cuck
Less
them?
effort. I'm not explaining that on your live stream, bro.
Alright, fair enough.
I love how I just had a fucking Dragon Ball Z bridge Goku moment where it's like, it hurts to laugh.
But yeah, so we had a PC and something we got, I don't know if it was in a cereal box, because remember when that was a thing, you got CDs in cereal boxes? So we had a few of those
Yeah,
games.
they had that over here.
You didn't have that over there?
I don't remember receiving one. It could have been a thing.
I had one of the best games of my childhood I got out of a cereal box. It was like a bunch of little games, and one of them was like the flying toaster game.
Oh yeah, like you get these random games. Like one of the more noteworthy ones was there was a Doom clone, and it was essentially like you are a super soldier who likes eating Chex. So essentially, a lot of stuff is reskinned, and it's actually apparently a pretty solid Doom clone. It's just some things are reskinned. So instead of punching enemies, you have a spoon, and you just kind of stab them with your spoon.
Yeah. That's the sort of games. There was also one about mowing lawns, which was honestly one of the best games I played, which is a pretty sad statement. But it was like there were zombies, and you had to mow the lawn while escaping the zombies, and like it was like facing down, and you had to mow all the lawns, and it was like what was that one? Pac-Man. It was Pac-Man with zombies and a lawnmower.
There's actually like a really interesting game on your phone that deals with like walking or running, where you put your walking or running route in, and it actually has an established story that it's a zombie apocalypse and you are a messenger or runner, and you can tell if you're going too slow because you can hear the zombies getting closer to you.
All right, and inside
That's
we
funny.
go.
Oh, and there's a voice on a radio who's your contact saying, "Dude, you got to run. The zombies are coming at you. Turn left."
Oh wait, goes this way. And
You know-
other games.
and that is that. All right,
Nice.
so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all done. Got the tray in there, so now I can put a game in if I want.
Nice.
Unfortunately,
Man's
there's this.
successfully rezzed the N64.
Unfortunately, there's this weird like slot thing that's hanging open. Like I'm pretty sure that'll just adapt over time. But for the most part, it should work. So now, with that said, anybody who's in the stream, thank you guys for dropping by. People on the call, thank you for having what is it called? Well, providing me your, some company and everything. Everybody else, thank you for watching me do this. I hope to do this more often. I do have to test and see how well this works. I'm pretty sure that it'll work when I'm off stream. But for the most part, if you guys enjoyed watching that, I'll be happy to do some more of these. So, that being said, I'll be catching you guys. Yes.
Is like, what would your next gadgets project be if you were going to do another one?
There's a couple of handhelds that I have to fix up. It's a whole laundry list. I won't bore you with the details. Like maybe I can explain to you after the stream. But aside from that, hope you guys have a good Saturday, and I'll see you later.
Have a great night.
Yep.
Bye.
Have a good night.